The country is losing millions of dollars due to pension payment for deceased seniors being collected through fraudulent means. The matter was addressed at this week's meeting of the Public Accounts Committee, and a few suggestions were made on how to solve the problem. Melvin Pennant has the details.
Speaking at a recent PAC meeting, Accountant General Anya Jones noted the use of life certificates issued to over 1,200 pensioners in addition to home visits to ascertain if they are still alive. She says the COVID-19 pandemic has affected that process.
So there is the now approach, increase the visitation. COVID has not allowed for that during this era, but as soon as we can, we will continue. Team members have attempted visitation and they were not allowed into the household of some of these pensioners. So that is the now. Going forward is that of the interface with the RGD system.
A reduction in home visits mean a reliance on life certificates. However, PAC member Mrs. Juliet Holness has some concerns.
Basically, I would really want to hope we're not paying pension to individuals that we have not in any way verified. So if they're supposed to be receiving visitations, and if because of COVID they are not visited as frequently, it means that at no point did we think about how creative our people can be in beating systems, and we did not necessarily put anything in place. So if you have a life certificate, we should know that the individual, this is their picture, this is what they look like, this is their signature. So even if the JP who is signing doesn't quite know for sure the person, which shouldn't really happen, we literally should not have so many breakdowns along the way in identifying the individual and keeping in touch. In 33 months, it means that if you're paying $4.1 million over for just 23 dependents, it is a substantial problem. 23 is a small number of dependents that have been overpaid $4.1 million. And it means that we have to wonder how much more are we overpaying for persons less than 90?
PAC member Robert Miller agreed with the concern and shared his experience with the issue.
Because I've experienced it personally, where persons come in my presence to authorize a pensioner signature. The pensioner is not there according to them, but the pensioner died when I did my own investigation, right? And I desist from signing it. I know persons are in the system that are doing that.
The use of video identification was suggested, but that too presented some liabilities.
Even in rural communities, a substantial amount of Jamaicans have smartphones. So immediately it would be good to ask everybody to find even one family member. The person who is carrying this life certificate should have access to a phone. So they use the phone and just put up grandma picture and say grandma there talking, or showing your grandma is still there. And that's how they came to collect the money. In the same way, every quarter they can find a way to come with the certificate to show you that this person is alive. A basic thing, somebody in the community must have a cell phone that can take a little video or something that gives you a timestamp or a virtual call, even during COVID, to show that this person still exists, that is collecting the pension with whomever is in charge of doing their visitations.
I don't know if you have a database with the pictures and that you can match it accurately. No, I don't know. You can answer Mrs. Jones, but what you don't want is people to go rent mommy or grandma. No, I'm being serious. Yeah, people may just decide that Tom Jones down the road is grandma and take a picture. So I don't know if you have a database to match it.
The Auditor General says legislation would have to be passed to use such technology in those circumstances. The department says plans are being made to resolve the issue. Meanwhile, several measures are being put in place to decrease the number of fraudulent pension collections.
What we have been doing is we have been scouting YouTube. Since COVID, most funerals, if not all, are live streamed on the YouTube. And we have one team member, I think, assigned to go through the YouTube videos, funeral services, and we try to do the match-up, date of birth and name. So we have attempted creativity just to make sure, and we actually came up on a matter where there were claims, and the YouTube video date of birth was able to help us. Now we have to be careful there, because we can't go say you have died. We can say, could you provide us with additional proof?
More than $10 million is paid out annually to pensioners. Melvin Pennant, PBCJ News.